Hey, Sean, how's it going? Welcome back to MovieJunk.
Thanks, brother. It's good to be back with you.
Man, this is awesome having you back. We have Sean Kanan from the fans of the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai universe. Know him as Karate's bad boy, Mike Barnes. Also the creator and writer of Amazon's Emmy Award-winning show Studio City, and author of, you got a new book that came out, The Way of the Cobra. And last time we talked, I know you were writing the book. Now it's available for fans. And if I'm not mistaken, you got a contest that's running this weekend, right?
I've got this amazing piece of fan art. It's a 40 by 30 piece of canvas fan art of Mike Barnes versus Daniel LaRusso at the All Valley tournament. And for everybody that purchases my book during the month of May, they're automatically entered into a drawing for that piece. And it's going to come autographed with a video for authentication. And I'm going to draw the winner on June 1st. So there's still time to get in and order your copies.
Awesome, cool. We'll share
Cobra.com.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to enter myself too. I want to get a chance to win that thing. I want to hang it right here.
Okay.
Awesome too. And Sean, I don't know if it's coincidence. So I mentioned this is the third time that we've had you on this show. And coincidentally, you were in the third Karate Kid. So I don't know, it was just fate for us to meet again.
Interesting numerology coincidence, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, but I'm going to take it as a good sign for something.
And I know the last time that we met, we had just gotten the teaser trailer. It was the lead up to season 3 of Cobra Kai. We had seen the scene with Chozen, Daniel going back to Okinawa, and we were talking about Kumiko possibly returning, and then just all the events of that what could have happened in Cobra Kai season 3. Now that it's behind us, did season 3 meet your expectations?
Yeah, I thought season 3 was terrific. I mean, I'm a big fan of the show. I think both the cast and the producing and writing team are just delivering in spades with story and with twists and with integrating characters from the original films. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's next. I can't really talk about whether or not I'm going to be, whether you're going to be seeing Mike Barnes or not. But since we all know that you are going to be seeing Thomas Ian Griffith as Terry Silver, I'm really excited to watch season 4. You never know who might pop up.
Yeah, and technically you did pop up. We did see an archive footage of Mike Barnes, the scene where Dave's in the gym talking to Sam, and we did see a return of Mike Barnes. And yeah, no, definitely. So now technically you are part of the Cobra Kai series already.
Okay, I guess technically I am then. I'll take that, sure.
Yeah, I know we also had a chance to interview Vidal, who was in Karate Kid 1. Got him over here too. So both you guys had some archive footage. So yeah, hopefully I'm rooting for season 4 for us to see Vidal and yourself come back in some sort. That'd be kind of cool.
I completely agree.
Are you
I completely.
Are you?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, in the absence of being able to disclose anything like that, though, I've actually been really busy filming this whole year, which has been a blessing because, anytime you're able to work when there's a pandemic, that's a great thing. So I've been spending quite a bit of time in Puerto Rico. I filmed 2 films with Bruce Willis there, kind of back-to-back films with him, and that's been really terrific. So between that and the book, and 2 days ago, Studio City was just nominated for 2 Emmys. It's been a plethora of blessings. I'm really humbled and just happy to have this much work and this much stuff going on.
Yeah, I know. When we had our first interview, I mean, it was different times. Almost a year ago, and just kind of seeing where things are today, and kind of seeing Hollywood kind of get back on track again too. So I know as a fan, I'm just excited to see all the projects that are in the works, and I know I saw some scenes that you shared on social media. Looks like you're doing a lot of good action in these movies that are coming out.
I am. It's fun. It seems like every time I'm doing one of these films that I get a little fight scene or 2, which is fun. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to these 2 films coming out. I don't have release dates for them. The first one is called Killing Field, And the second one is called The Fortress, which is actually a two-part. There's The Fortress 1 and The Fortress 2. That was with Bruce Willis and Jesse Metcalfe and Chad Michael Murray and Shannen Doherty's in it. So we just had a lot of fun doing it. It was very physical. Had to wear like, 25, 30 pounds of tactical gear and carry an M16, and we're in the jungle and everything. But it was a lot of fun filming it.
Yeah, when I saw your image, you looked like one of the Expendables. I was like, man, you look like you're getting ready to go to war.
Yeah. It was kind of like a little bit like playing a soldier when you're a kid.
Yeah, and I love Shannen Doherty, and you mentioned Bruce Willis. I can't let you I can't let you sneak out of here without giving me a Bruce Willis story.
I don't have any great stories about him other than the fact that I've been a fan of his for as long as I can remember. And it was just such an honor to actually be in a scene with the guy. He was very cool, very professional. It was a great experience. I'm just really blessed and flattered that I had the opportunity to do this. I got to work with a director, James Cullen Bressack, who I think this is probably like the 6th film that I've done with James. And I love collaborating with him. And I would welcome the chance to work with Bruce anytime, anywhere.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And I do want to sneak in a Chozen question again, too, because I know you saw the scenes with Daniel going back to Okinawa. I know when I saw those training scenes, first of all, I was just impressed that we're still able to see these epic fight scenes, in the year 2021 with the original Karate Kid alumni. But just seeing that Chozen and Daniel fight scene, I was getting kind of blood sport and kickboxer feels. When you watched it, did you get those same feelings as well?
Yeah, first of all, I thought they both did a terrific job. This is really bizarre. June 23rd and 4th in my hometown of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, we are doing a tournament and banquet to honor my late sensei, Sensei William Stoner. And Yuji is coming to my hometown, which is just so bizarre. So I'm going to have the opportunity to hang out with Yuji quite a bit that weekend, I hope. And he just did a terrific job. And I thought it was really great, too, how he played initially the villain that was chosen. And then the twist is that you see that there's redemption and that he's really become, this man of honor as he's become an adult. And I just thought he did a terrific job, as did Ralph.
Yeah, I mean, just where Karate Kid 2 ended, he definitely was one of those characters that just did not seem redeemable. And
Right.
He was awesome. He was funny in this as well, too. And Yuji, if I'm not mistaken, I think I maybe heard it in an interview. I think he tore like his hamstring, or he suffered some injury during that fight scene. So I mean, it's acting, but I mean, it's real, man.
Surprised me, it's listen, as you get a little more mature, shall we say, you got to be more and more careful when you're doing these fight scenes, these physical things, because you can walk away with some aches and pains. But I have to tell you, I thought he did a terrific job. I mean, it was highly convincing to me.
Yeah, and the elephant in the room. We saw a clip of Terry Silver pop up as well too. So I don't know. I was getting some Darth Sidious feels from Star Wars, and I saw him in the back. Yeah, no, definitely. We're excited to see the return now that it's confirmed and we can actually talk about it. And he actually went out and actually said, hey, he's excited to come back. So yeah, super excited to see your old sensei return. And definitely going to be epic. Any early predictions, as from the fan hat on what do you think we'd see for season 4?
Oh, I can't even begin to say anything. I just think the best thing is that everyone tunes in and watches. But I'm sure that it's not going to disappoint. Tommy's a terrific actor, and he and Martin Kove have tremendous chemistry, and that's really about all I can say.
Perfect. And Sean, I definitely want to get into Way of the Cobra. So I mean, you've been in the industry now for almost 35 years, if I'm not mistaken. So you've seen, a lot of the highs and the lows in Hollywood, kind of even in your career as well too. What made the timing right, for this book to get released now? And for those aspiring Cobras, what can they take away from reading this book?
Well, I think the first thing is that the tagline for the book is "Unleash Your Inner Badass," and I believe that everybody has an inner badass. And in this book, I call it your Cobra, which is an acronym formed from the words character, optimization, balance, respect, and abundance. And for me, I was at a point about three years ago where I had some really great success in my career. I had a few epic failures, and I was looking at myself in the mirror, going, "Okay, what's next?" And I was 35 pounds overweight. I had no real work on the horizon. I was dealing with a lot of stuff, and I realized I needed to start doing some things very differently. And these strategies and this philosophy in Way of the Cobra are the tools that I used to turn things around for me. And in that 1 year, once I started employing these tools, I lost 35 pounds. I co-authored Success Factor X, which is an Amazon new release bestseller. And I got Studio City on the air, and it became an Emmy Award-winning show that I star in. And, it was a dramatic turnaround. And look, I have some qualities, but I also am very human and have many of the same faults, and was dealing with many of the same insecurities and obstacles that most people deal with. And through trial and error, I realized how to wrangle these. And learning how to do that made a massive change in my life. And I decided that I wanted to pass these on to people. And the truth is, I've been working on a book with a lot of the same material, but sort of in a different presentation for a long time. And with the success of Cobra Kai, it did occur to me that if I could, if I could get this book in the hands of so many fans of this show, that was going to be the best thing. Because for me, I know the information in this book is transformative. It's got the ability to inspire and motivate and transform people's lives. But having the right delivery system that's going to make people want to purchase it is the difference between 100 people reading it and 100,000 people reading it or more. And so I said, look, I've obviously had some incredible experience during my time in the Karate Kid universe. And the story of how I got the role in Karate Kid and almost died filming it is one of the central stories that I tell in the book, which is attached to a very important lesson. And I said, I think it's the right thing to do. I think that using the success of Cobra Kai and my time in the Karate Kid universe as a way to connect with a larger group of people makes sense.
Absolutely. And just to say, obviously I've seen a lot of your transformation, and I watched some of your training footages from, the kicks that you do, the trainings that you do. And obviously you're in tremendous shape too. So that's amazing. And, as you watch the show, there's Cobras of all ages, right? And a lot of us fans that watch the show, we want to be able to do, some of the stuff that we see. And obviously, some of the moves, they are, it's made for TV, but a lot of, being a Cobra is also the mental side of things as well too, and kind of learning some of those traits and being able to share those with fans, and being able to. It seems like you're giving back to the audience as well too, the stuff that's helped give you success.
Absolutely. I really am humbled that after 35 plus years, this role that I played in this film, which is one of more than 20 films that I've done, still has resonance with people. And, playing the role of Mike Barnes has brought so many wonderful things to my life, not the least of which is that I'm very involved with anti-bullying. And I never would have guessed that one of the most amazing byproducts of playing this iconic bully was that it would allow me to create kind of a bridge to reach kids when I go into high schools and I talk to them about bullying, because, I usually start my presentations and I'll show, the final fight between Mike and Daniel at the All Valley tournament. And I'll say to the kids, would you believe that scary guy used to get bullied? And they sort of stop, and it gives me that moment to bridge the age gap. Because anytime you're talking, to kids, when you're an adult, you got to kind of get over that hump of trying to reach them. And the interest in Cobra Kai and Karate Kid and the dynamics of that clip I play gives me that instant to connect with them. And that's been one of the best gifts of all. And so for me, as I've gotten older and gone further down the path of my career, really the ability to inspire people and to help people, become their best, live their most authentic lives is something that's a true passion of mine. And that's what this book is all about. Everybody has a Cobra within them. It might have gotten ignored or lost along the way, or maybe it hasn't been discovered yet, but everyone has them. And that is living your most authentic life, your best self. In this book, I say in the beginning of it, I got good news and I get bad news. First, the bad news. The bad news is I don't have a silver bullet that is going to instantly transform you into that super successful, focus-driven, in-tune beast that we all want to be. But here's the good news. It's like the Zen riddle. How did the ship get in the bottle? It was already there. Everything you need to become that individual that you want to live your success, it already exists within you. You just have to learn how to let it out.
And I got to ask, because a lot of this, what's in this book is personal. Is it hard to kind of revisit the past in order to kind of discuss, a more brighter future? Was it hard for you to write this book?
No, it's not difficult for me to relive the past because I've done so much work. I've gotten over and worked through so many things. And first of all, I always say, before you think that I'm living in some hut on the top of Kathmandu, levitating on top of the earth, contemplating the universe, my ability to write this book is because I have made every mistake in the book. Okay. I don't feel that it was difficult for me because I felt that in order to connect with the reader, in order for me to be the sensei and you're a student in my dojo, I had to be willing to show you the truth of who I am and the mistakes that I made, because I feel that only by sharing, my shortcomings and the vulnerabilities that the things that I've dealt with, will you believe and feel a sense of honesty from me, which will make you receptive to what I'm gonna offer you in the book. One of the things I say in the book is, with few exceptions, there's really nothing in this book that on some level you don't already know. But I said, I hope that I'm finally going to be the messenger that allows you to accept the message. Look, it's a common dynamic that kids, especially boys, when they're about 15 years old, have that very combative relationship with their fathers because they're trying to, come into being young men and assert themselves, et cetera. So you can have a dad who's telling you again and again and again, giving you this great piece of advice. But if you're sort of so obstructed by not being able to get out of your head because of issues you're having in the relationship, you're not going to get the message. And so I said that hopefully this is going to be the time that maybe something you've heard 100 times before is finally going to sink in, and you're going to finally be able to apply it in your life and live the life that you want to live.
No, this is amazing. Yeah. And definitely, it's not just for, the Cobra Kai fans and Karate Kid fans. It's a book for everybody that can benefit to, and just, the mindset and being able to kind of overcome. I definitely, want to get that book over here too. So I want to read it for myself. And I know in the past as well, you were also, because you're the sensei now, and you were doing some demos and kind of meeting with fans as well, and talking about the book. Do you still have any of those sessions in the future? Will fans expect that at all?
I'm going to be launching an incredible interactive website, which is going to be waythecobra.com. It's probably going to be up in about 6 weeks, and it is going to have all sorts of exciting video components, abilities for people to interact with me, to study and learn the lessons from the book. So I'm really, really proud of where this is going. And like I said, that's going to be up in about 6 weeks. I'm still doing personal one-on-one coaching. I'm doing a lot of motivational speaking, which I really enjoy doing, especially live events, which are now coming back as we're sort of, seems like we're, there's more than just light at the end of the tunnel finally. And people checking out this website are going to absolutely have the opportunity to interact with me, learning the way of the Cobra.
Absolutely. And we're going to share the link to the website, the link to order the book, also the link to enter into the contest. I'm going to enter myself as well, too. I mean, a tremendous piece of art, and we'll share that art as well for the fans. Sean, I always like to ask my guests kind of before they head off, and this is a separate question, but what are some of the TV shows that you're binge watching nowadays?
Oh, okay. So I haven't really binge watched anything in a couple months because it's been a really hectic couple months of working. What have I watched that I really like? I can't tell you, I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, actually. I'm really into like documentaries and, I also watch a lot of stuff that my wife chooses. Right now, she's got us watching this show, what's it called? Shadow and Bone, which is kind of like a sort of like a fantasy thing, I guess, based on a series of novels. That's kind of cool. And she's got us watching this thing about this girl that's a chess player.
I think I know what show you're talking about. The name is escaping me, but yeah.
I've watched so much stuff during the pandemic that I feel like I can't believe right now that I'm not actually able to give you an answer as to what are some of the things you've been watching. Probably gonna be the same stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know what it is I'm also the kind of person that rewatches TV shows that I really like. I mean, and I'm a big Sopranos fan, so I have to rewatch a season of Sopranos at least once a month. Peaky Blinders is really good too. I know the new season is wrapping up.
Do you watch Sneaky Pete?
Sneaky Pete, I haven't seen. It's on. I want to see it. That show I heard is really, really good.
I'm really excited. I guess Dexter's coming back.
Dexter's coming back too as well. So I was one of those guys that was late to Dexter. I finished Dexter about a year and a half ago, and I finished, and it's like, man, this show is amazing, and it's like, how are they going to bring it back?
Ozark, I really like.
Oh yeah, Ozark's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if I sat for a minute and really thought about it, I can tell you. You brought up an interesting point, and you said, you rewatch stuff, and I actually mentioned this in the book. I say, the reason that we watch the same films over and over again, or even listen to the same pieces of music, the film itself doesn't change, but the eyes with which we see the film change based upon our continuing accrual of new knowledge. And a lot of times in life, challenges that we'll face will come back around again, but you're now encountering what is often ostensibly the same challenge, but your ability to deal with it is no longer the same based on your circumstance and and your life experience. And I believe that a lot of the challenges we deal with, you can go over them, under them, through them, or around them, but you can't retreat from them because they will continue to revisit you. And that's one of the things I talk about in the book is breaking through some of these obstacles and challenges that in life we find continually revisit us until we're able to deal with them.
No, I totally agree. And maybe, Sean, maybe you've already thought about this and maybe it's already in the works, but have you ever thought about doing a biography or maybe a documentary in your life?
That's very flattering. That's extremely flattering. I think I'm a little young to do that. I think possibly it could be interesting, maybe 15 years down the road. But in the words of Doc Holliday, I'm in my prime.
yeah, absolutely. Sean, on that note, I want to be respectful of your time. I know it's Memorial Day weekend. I'm sure you got some plans. Just want to say thank you again for coming back. The first and only three-time returning guest, three-time champ. Just want to thank you again for returning, and excited that Way of the Cobra's out and fans can get a chance to see it, and excited to just talk Karate Kid and Cobra Kai with you. Tremendous honor.
And I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. And you mentioned that it's Memorial Day, and from the bottom of my heart, you know, I'm a huge supporter of our armed forces, our veterans, and I think we all should take a minute at some point during this weekend and, you know, really be thankful for the freedom that those people that have paid the ultimate sacrifice provided for us. And for those of you out there that have served in the armed forces, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. And, you know, sometimes, especially these days, you're not being shown the respect that you're due. And I want to tell you that, at least from my point of view, I appreciate it beyond belief.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Well, listen, I hope we're going to do this again, so I can say that I'm the only guest to do 4 times.
We will absolutely. You can count on it. Thank you so much, Shawn. A great weekend, and
My
we'll
pleasure.
talk soon.
All the best. Bye-bye. Thank you.